Magic.
And the Lakers take it 126-99. 22 made threes for the Lakers, a season high this year, shooting 55% from three. Luka Doncic finishes with 30, Austin Reeves with 20, and both Dorian Finney-Smith and Gabe Vincent each hit 4 threes on the day. It was an offensive juggernaut against a really, really good defensive team in the Oklahoma City Thunder. You know, OKC, they lost 2 straight now. This is only the second time this season they've lost a couple games in a row.
Press the panic button?
No panic button. No panic button for them, because guess what? Their next game is going to be against each other too. So they'll get a little revenge game maybe for them. But for the Lakers, they came out and they dominated this thing from start to finish.
They did, and that was pretty impressive because we know what they are, who they are, talking about the big three, and will the others continue to make shots. But, Q, as we look at the standings, and you say to yourself with only 3 or 4 games left, who do you think the Lakers really want to play? Like right now, 3-6, you played Minnesota. Do you want to play the Warriors? You saw what the Warriors did to you the other night. You know what I mean? It's like, you see what I mean? It's like, do you want the Clippers? Then you got the Clippers at home, and that's, a battle of the fight of L.A.
Lakers
I'm not sure who you want. Minnesota? Do you want Ant-Man? You want Ant-Man?
Ant-Man kind of by itself. Kind of.
I know.
I'm not mad at that either. I'm not mad at that either.
Not to say no disrespect to nobody else, but like, he's the focal point and the big dog out there. Julius Randle has started to come on as of late, but for the whole season, it's been a little up and down. The one consistent constant has been Ant-Man.
Yeah, the one thing for the Western Conference is there really is no easy competition right now. You look 1 through 10, and it's like anybody that you get, you don't really want to play them anyways because it's going to be tough. All of these series are going to be really fun to watch. But when you look at a team like the Lakers, and I know we talk defensively, they need to figure it out a little bit more because offensively they're going to get their numbers. Yeah. But you mentioned this right before we came on air. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander didn't have a single free throw attempt. The first time that's happened since 2021.
That's weird and crazy to me because the way he plays the game, his game draws contact. So, I mean, for him to not get a foul, it was a couple plays I saw him holding his arms up when he went in there and thought he got fouled. One of them days, like you said, LeBron didn't shoot any free throws. So, maybe they were just not really calling a lot of calls today, but it was a blowout as well. So, when it's a blowout, let's get up out of here, run the clock. That's how it go kind of sometimes.
Yeah, and Luka Doncic, obviously, we expect him to do this most nights. I mean, he had 30 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. He made 5 threes. All 5 of those threes were in the first half, by the way. What did you think of his performance tonight?
Something that we know that Luka's going to bring to the table each night. The question is, how does he get in that kind of what I call playoff shape now with only 4 games left, Q? What do you do? Well, tonight he showed us that if you don't communicate properly on defense, you over-switch. Hartenstein, solid defense, but still too much air there, 3 ball. Same thing here. You got the big fella on the island. He gets his team. He's going left. Isaiah Joe's kind of in no man's land. Step back, you knock down another one. Offense is the Lakers' defense right now because the opposing team's taking out of the net. Williams get a little push, get out the way. I hear a tweet, get him to the free throw line. Now, as the kids say, Q, he's in his bag. He's feeling good. You look at the score. Now you play a little trickery basketball. A little curl screen here, pop out, catch it, wait and see what the defense does. You try to go under. Dirk, we know you're a big-time defender. There's just too much airspace for Luka. Now I'm just feeling myself, throw the ball back. I see the teammate wide open. You knock down the shot. The Lakers' defense is their offense. Beginning of this ball game, kept OKC on their heels all night long.
It definitely did. And when you have guys like Gabe Vincent and Dorian Finney-Smith, too, who are draining threes at an extremely high clip. I look last Monday against the Rockets, both of them had 4 made threes, I think, again tonight. Both of them had 6 made threes in that game, which was pretty incredible. And then tonight, both of them have 4 made threes. Like, that's off the bench, too.
Yeah, this is the Gabe Vincent they thought they were trading for. After, when he got there, he had some injuries and some stuff going on that he had to get over. But this is who they thought they were getting when they first went from a hard-nosed guy, gritty guy that could shoot the ball, plays amazing defense and pressures and has great intensity and is a great team player. The thing that was surprising to me, or not so much surprising, is that, okay, like you said, they over-switched. All of those plays we just looked at Luka, Hartenstein, somebody else, it's like Lou Dort wasn't on him when we saw those plays. And that's the guy who plays the best defense, who has dropped those guys' averages in those games against them. So I agree with 3D that it was way too much over-switching and way too much Luka with a big man on an island.
Yeah.
And that's where he lives. He's going to thrive there every day of the week and twice on Sunday. So that's what we got today.
Yeah, and twice on Sunday. It is Sunday. So he definitely did. He definitely did.
30 of them on Sunday.
But here's the thing.
I'm on clear. Twice. Yeah, 30 I'm on clear.
Yeah.
But they play each other again in a couple days. So you look at OKC, what adjustments do they make? Or was it just an off game for them on the defensive side? Or do you think the Lakers really took advantage?
I'm going to say that Coach Dagnoff and his staff are going to say, guys, we're going to watch a little bit of this film, and the word at the top of the film is going to say effort. They didn't do anything schematically that was so different we hadn't seen all season long. And there's something that as every coach has somebody on that staff that has the iPad behind the bench showing all the plays. It was an effort game tonight, and give the credit all to the Lakers.
Yeah, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, though, 71 now games with 20 more points. That's pretty good last time I checked. Yeah, he kept that streak going. He had 26 points on the night, 9 assists, 3 rebounds. He's keeping the streak alive.
Death, taxes, and SGA getting 20 plus is automatic. Like, listen. But, like, hey, I think like what 3D said, this is just a game that you don't put no crazy emphasis on. Like, man, every team in the league have about 5 to 10 maybe. The better one's probably a little lower. But, like, you have some stinkers in the season. It's unfortunate that you had it today this close to the playoffs and against this team, somebody you're going to see. But you don't put no big you know, you don't do too much with it. Like you said, he get with his staff, watch the tape, and then decipher what they got to do. But you don't even make just a huge deal because they the best team in the NBA. They're allowed to lose one game here or there. Everybody that got blew out once or twice this season, so it's not a big deal like that. Just get back to your regularly scheduled program and get back to what y'all do.
As long as you don't lose to Utah or the Pelicans, or like the Wizards have shown us recently, they beat some playoff teams they shouldn't lose. Those are the ones that look bad. You lost to a team you could possibly face in the playoff, then you can deal with it.
Which I think would be a really fun playoff series. I'm excited for the next game that they have coming up in a couple days. Time to take our first break here.
Whoa, that is so cool. So cool.